There are so many interesting, horrifying, or downright weird things in this big world of ours.
Each week, we'll bring you a new true crime story that has little to no coverage in English.
Let us do the translations so you don't have to. Okay, welcome today. I am Laura.
I'm Victoria.
And I'm Petra. This is Translation Murder.
Great. Let's get started.
Yeah, today is my turn to tell you about a murder case. And we are back in Finland. And this will take place in the beautiful year of 1990.
The year before I was born.
Hmm.
Right.
Somehow I thought it was going to be an older case.
Yeah, I was like thinking 80s or 70s,
Yeah.
but yeah,
No.
interesting.
Very interesting. And this will be around Nazi gold.
Oh yeah, Nazi gold. Weren't we supposed to Google something? Like, no, wait.
I think we
We
were
weren't supposed
supposed
to
to.
Google
Yeah.
Nazi
Yeah.
gold.
Yeah.
Okay, well, good thing Petra, because I did not Google about Nazi
Yeah.
gold.
Me neither. It was hard, but I didn't.
So, well, this is not like a super famous case. So I could find only some couple of older articles in Finnish, one article that was kind of going back to this, and just one Reddit thread in English. So I don't think this has never been really broadcasted or had any article in English.
I mean, it's not like the Boromjärvi
No,
murders or
no.
something like that where it's super famous. So, I
Yeah.
mean, I've never heard about this. And I mean, I did like Nordic studies and stuff in my bachelor's degree in Finland, and I never heard about anything like I heard about the burning of Lapland, but never heard about anything about like Nazi gold. So,
Yeah.
And also,
So
like, it could be anything, right? It's
yeah,
just like
yeah.
the one thing we know about it.
Yeah.
So what else?
the
Woo!
name of the case is Kultamurhat, which literally means gold murders. So it's about gold and it's about murders.
Murders.
Best combination.
Yes.
Yeah.
So do you know what Nazi gold even means? Without researching.
I mean, okay, like off the top of my head, like what it brings to mind is obviously like the Holocaust and then maybe some Jewish prisoners of like well being in concentration camps, and then of course they would steal their goods and whatnot because they're like, oh yeah, here, go on this train, and then they would bring all of their jewelry or their gold teeth and whatever, and then of course the Nazis were assholes, and then they would steal all of their possessions and of course like reappropriate everything. So that's the first thing that comes to mind.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
okay, okay,
that's
good.
exactly
Okay,
what
good.
Nazi
Woo!
gold is.
And I didn't even research anything. Whoa.
Yeah. But is there anything else that you want to tell about Nazi gold?
No, not really. Not about
Okay.
the idea of Nazi gold. So I think it's pretty famous. People generally probably know
Mhm.
what Nazi gold is. So in this case, it starts with there is this person who is dealing a 500 kilogram lot of gold. I forgot to check what that is in any other, but please understand 500 kilograms. It's a lot of gold. Or just understand kilograms.
It's a lot of gold.
Yeah, it's a lot of gold.
I'm not a robot. I'm Googling right now. Pedestrian crossings. Okay. There we go.
You need that for
Verify.
Googling?
Apparently. 'Cause
Oh.
oh, God.
Because your Googling is suspicious.
Yeah, I mean, with work, we also have to deal with a
Yeah,
lot
all
of
the
this shit.
time. It's
Yeah.
always suspecting us to be
Why
a
are
robot.
you
But who is asking you? Google?
Google? Because
What?
they're
Yeah.
like, you're
You have never
suspicious as
got it?
fuck.
We
They're
get
not-
it like many
okay, now
times a
there's like
day
fucking three
at work.
fucking questions, and I'm not even like failing them either.
So
just-
wait, it's just like a standard Google search and you get this question?
Well, you have
Yes.
to do lots of
This is
weird Google search
Ah, okay, okay, okay.
in a
Yeah.
row.
Okay, so you're just like suspicious people.
Yeah, I think
anyways.
so.
Or
Oh
maybe
fuck! I
robots.
was yeah. Oh shit! It was oh fuck yeah. No, I was way off.
Okay.
Not 1.25, but 2.25.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so 1,102 pounds.
Okay.
Yes.
So over 1,000 pounds
Mm,
in the
2.2 pounds to a kilogram.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
it's okay.
So we have a person who's dealing a 5 kilogram lot of gold,
Mhm.
and he tells that okay, it's from the German wartime concentration camps, and it's this dental gold
Oh,
collected from
Oh,
murdered
okay. Can we just like
Jewish
pause for a
victims.
second and like
Yes.
only dental gold? That's 1,100 pounds or 500 kilograms of gold with teeth only. How many fucking teeth is that?
Well, we know how many people died in the Holocaust, and I
Yeah.
guess not all of them had gold in their teeth,
No,
yeah.
like
Jesus.
kids and
Because
so
I'm
on.
just like, there's multiple concentration camps too. So it's like, was this guy just collecting them from like, was he like a, I don't know, wholesale market for all the gold teeth in all of the concentration camps or something? Because like, Jesus fucking Christ.
But this case, like this gold is not, of course, in the dental state anymore. It
Yeah,
has
yeah,
been
yeah. It's
melted and
melted
it's
down, but I'm
Mhm.
like, oh God.
So we don't know if it's true. He just says that that's
yeah,
where it's
well,
from.
this is a very good point for
Yeah.
this whole story.
Okay, maybe we should let you tell
Okay,
Yeah.
us something about the
sorry.
story.
Yeah, okay.
So, okay, let's go to the point. So, there is a Japanese graduate engineer called Yoshio Tani living in Finland. He has been living and he has his wife and house in Lepsämää, some holiday houses. So, just like Japan born person who's living his normal life in Finland. And he's dealing 500 kilograms of Nazi gold.
Okay, now I claim bullshit.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
and he tells that it has been in this secret place in Lapland somewhere. And also after that, it has been in the hands of Adolf Ehrnrooth.
Oh.
I don't know if any of you know who's Adolf Ehrnrooth, but he's basically the most famous war veteran in Finland who met all the 11 presidents of Finland during their presidential terms. So he's basically always there in the Independent Day
Yeah, the
ball we
Linnan
have,
Juhlat.
Linnan
Mhm.
Juhlat, and he's the like first guy who comes there when the doors
Ah,
open.
okay.
Like if you say war veteran to any Finnish person, they're just like that face.
Which also brings to mind, I'm like, okay, this is a bunch of bullshit because like every Finn would automatically know who this is and just like, oh, yeah. And it was touched by him. Okay, then maybe he's like such a good guy now. He goes to the presidential palace on, Independence Day and he gets to shake the president's hand and like, woohoo.
Yeah,
So I claim bullshit already.
yeah. Well, apparently there was lots of people who didn't think that this was bullshit. So
So wait, question.
yeah,
So who was he telling this to? That he has this
he was
gold
just kind of generally sharing this
to like,
information to
hmm
different people.
but like to the press or just
Not to the
friends?
press. This
Yeah,
was not
okay.
like any public
And
Hmm.
just
information.
like on a forum or something, like this, what is this, Vauva? What is this?
Wow,
Well, let's remember this is 1990,
Yeah.
so not also in
No,
the
okay.
internet. It was not that popular yet.
So it was kind of like the
I think.
Päivä Kahviseura kind of thing. It's like, hey, I have 500 kilos of gold.
Yeah,
Hey,
I,
looking
I just
thirsting.
assume that from mouth to mouth. So there was lots of Finnish businessmen who were interested. There was also people who were buyers from abroad who were interested. But always when they were trying to make a deal, the seller Yoshio Tani denied that no, it cannot be done as a contract openly at a bank. So they were like, okay, if we can't do this like the official way in a bank, like we make a contract that you sell us the gold, probably they want to anyway put it to their, bank lockers, not to their home. Then they were like, okay, then I'm not in. And foreign people, I mean, apparently there was lots of these potential buyers, but it always ended with Yoshio Tani saying like, no, it cannot be done in a bank.
But did anyone see the gold ever?
Well, the thing was that there was these like photos of gold, not all of it,
Mhm.
but it's parts of it. So we don't know. I mean, maybe there was some gold, but how much there was actually gold? What gold that
Mhm.
was? So, and until this day, we still don't know if there was gold. That was a spoiler.
Yeah.
I can already tell. But okay. Anyway, we get to the point that finally there is a gold dealer, Turkka Elovirta from Turku. Mr. Turkka from Turku. And he was like, okay, I will buy it. And then he gets he knows this Helsinki-based businessman, Juhani Komulainen, who comes with him to meditate the deal and also to work as an interpreter. This was kind of the part that confused me a bit, but apparently it meant that Yoshio Tani wasn't very fluent in Finnish, and or maybe this Juhani Komulainen was. I mean, Turkka Elovirta maybe didn't speak English, and Juhani Komulainen did, so maybe he was interpreting like English and Finnish.
But I'm curious because, like, okay, so there's like Yoshio had he was married, but was he married to a Finnish woman?
No, to a
Okay,
Japanese woman.
okay. That's what I
Yeah,
was like. Maybe she could have been the interpreter or something. But
yeah.
okay, yeah.
I couldn't find really that much information about his like life,
Mm,
but
mm.
maybe he was working in some kind of tech company and didn't need
For
that much
Nokia,
language. Maybe,
maybe
but Nokia
is a
didn't.
Finnish
Yeah,
company,
but
but
not
still.
yet in the 1990s. It wasn't big yet.
God, I forgot. Like
Yeah,
I
It
was
was still
only
like
-1 in 1990, so I'm just like, oh yeah,
yeah,
maybe
life
Nokia
goes
was
so
still
fast.
manufacturing rubber
Yeah,
boots
yeah,
yeah.
and
I think they were
I don't
just
know.
like I don't remember the history of Nokia, but I think they got big only like in the 90s.
Mm.
Yeah. Anyway, uh, so these two guys are like now in for the gold, and then Mr. Elovirta from Turku, he wanted to do business in Hotel Torni. It's this very famous tower-shaped hotel in the center of Helsinki. But Yoshio says no. And then Yoshio invites them to Pikkala Golf Center in Siuntio. And he happened to have 3 holiday apartments there. Like there is, I think it's this kind of apartment building where you can buy these apartments for your holiday and do some golfing and
Our coworker lives in Siuntio, so it just
yeah,
reminds me of that. Like super, super
it's
west.
like
Like it's the
west from
last.
Kirkkonummi.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But not
Like
far away from
countryside.
Helsinki
No,
anyway.
no, no.
Like
Yeah,
maybe not even an hour of
yeah.
driving.
I don't know, to this remote place in the
Yeah, in
Yeah.
the
countryside.
countryside and like,
I mean, it's not
okay.
really countryside, maybe, or I don't know. Would you consider it countryside?
Compared to Helsinki,
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
the
yeah.
center of Wales.
In a way, I mean,
Yeah.
Plenty of places to hide a body.
there's fields and there's forest and well, anyway, it's this golf center
Yeah,
where they are.
yeah.
And I think he's kind of trying to say that, well, I have these holiday apartments there, so come to my place. I have the gold there, or
Uh-huh.
something like
Okay.
that.
And of
And
course,
both guys are like, yeah, sure, let's do it. It sounds like totally.
but I mean, like, if you think about, okay, like, just put it into the picture that in the States, this would be sketchy as fuck, right? Like, crime rates, he would never trust anybody, or I hope he would never trust anybody to do this. And then in Finland, it's like such low rates of crime and such low rates of, I don't know, just corruption and whatnot. So it's kind of like, yeah, why the fuck not trust this guy? Like,
Yeah.
he's here. He had to get some type of residence permit, I'm sure. So he's gone through some background checks and whatever.
And I would
And
say that like even now and back in the days, Japan has always had very positive image
yeah,
in Finnish
very
minds.
trustworthy
Yeah.
and yeah,
So
very
that might
clean and
affect too.
trustworthy and whatnot. Like, yeah, what the fuck is this guy doing? He's not going to be a scammer. Like, what would he be doing in Finland of all
No, he's gonna be a
places?
murderer.
Uh, yeah. I mean, at the worst, I'd be like, okay, he's scamming me out of something, but
Yeah, I
like,
mean if
Your
the gold
life.
is not there, you just go home.
yeah, exactly. Fuck.
So anyway, Elovirta and Komulainen, they're like, well, okay. And Elovirta has 5 million Finnish marks. So we didn't have euro back then. We had markka, which I did check
Mm.
in the USD, it's about $1 million,
Mhm.
and he had them in 2 bags with
That's
1,000.
heavy still.
But they're of course in 1,000
September.
marka
Yeah. Okay.
paper bills.
Bills. Yeah.
Run it through a converter like that takes the today money value. So it's a lot of money. I would say over
I mean,
1 million USD.
yeah, but I mean, for 500 kilos of gold, I would say like not that much. I would like. I mean, the current price of I don't know. I'm not like a gold trader or something, but
Or
like,
you
but like
sure?
I don't know. Like 1 million sounds quite low in my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, most houses are like in like Los Angeles or something. They're going to be like multiple millions. So you think like, okay, 1 million doesn't get you much nowadays. It's kind of like this. It always reminds me of like Austin Powers or something when Doctor Evil's like trillion or like I would like whatever $1 million and they're like that's like not a lot or something like okay trillion billion whatever dollars because it's like yeah trillion would be quite a lot or a
Yeah.
billion would be a lot but like 1 million is like
But it's only 500 kilos. I don't know the
1,000
price of gold.
yeah
Or
Oh, yeah, I could have checked that too, but well, I did not.
okay but yeah okay so 1
And
million
I guess what actually maybe the point was that it has to be the price has to be low enough for the gold buyers to be like, well, I want that because I will be able to sell it
for a
with
higher
much higher
price
price
Yeah.
because
yeah
people
sure
you don't do anything with gold.
Yeah.
Like you have to deal the gold to get actually money out of it.
yeah
So they go to Pikkala Golf Center and Tani is waiting for them. They come there and no, there is no gold. But there is a 7.65 caliber pistol. Boom, boom. The end.
No, wait. He shoots them like
I was like thinking it was
immediately.
like boom, 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 like the sound of your heart beating. Like I thought it was like, oh,
No, it's
oh,
not
this is
beating
very
anymore.
dramatic, Petra. Thank you for like the, oh yeah, get your heart beating. No, okay, so it was like boom, boom,
Yes,
motherfucker.
yes.
So it's like
Okay,
they get there and he shoots them immediately.
immediately.
Well, who knows? I mean,
Well, okay.
yeah.
Sure.
I mean, it
They
was
couldn't tell
in a
about it.
private apartment, so there's uh no one sees
I mean,
them.
once again, I will bring up the fact that gunshots in Finland, even in Siuntio, is not very common. Like, I would assume that, like, what the fuck? That's a really loud noise in a fucking apartment building. If they're like the betony or like the concrete like apartment buildings, that's still gonna be fucking noisy. I mean, judging from the kids running in your apartment building
Oh, no.
upstairs.
Oh, don't even remind me.
Yeah.
I know. But like, okay, but Finnish people, right? They are usually like, well, we don't want to bother them. I don't know. We don't want to like, we don't want to like invade their personal space. So we're not gonna go and check what's up.
Yeah, and
Or
like
maybe they did check
I
what
said,
happened.
like nobody really knows like what exactly happened there, like what was the exact place where this took. Like it was in Pikkala, but was it like maybe it was in some uh, detached part of the building? And it's a golf center, so most of the people are probably golfing out there. They're not there hanging in the apartment. So I don't know. Maybe he had thought a good time and place where it's not easy to hear the gunshots, or maybe he used a silencer. It's not clearly stated anywhere. Next day in Uutelantie in Vuosaari, which is in the eastern Helsinki. Let's remember that Siuntio is like 40 minutes drive from Helsinki to west.
Hmm.
And now we're suddenly in the easternmost part of Helsinki. So pretty far away from Siuntio.
Like an hour-ish, a little over
Yeah,
an
I would
hour
say over an
depending.
hour
Yeah.
from Siuntio
Yeah.
by car. And Komulainen, the one who was kind of the interpreter guy,
Mm.
his body is found there in
Oh.
Vuosaari,
Oh.
in kind of this foresty, but still it's a residential area,
Hmm.
but they're just like kind of in the foresty part.
Yeah.
He could have driven further away then. Like, why stop
Yeah.
there?
And police immediately thought that okay, this guy has not been killed here. He has been moved somewhere to here. I mean, I guess you can tell it
Yeah,
because
but do you know, did you find any info about it? Like based on what did they?
no, I didn't find, but I would assume that like, you know, if he has been shot, that there's no parts of his brain or something.
Like blood spray, or I would guess like also maybe okay, what time of year was this?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. April 21st
Okay,
was the
so
day of the
April is
murder.
still can be cold. It can be still
Yeah,
snowy in Helsinki even.
but most
So
likely not snow, or
yeah,
at least not lots of.
but at least maybe like 10 degrees Celsius, like approximately, I would
Yeah,
guesstimate. And then yeah, so I'm just like thinking of bugs and whatnot.
yeah. I assume there's lots of like things that police can uh, deduct this from. Okay, so Komulainen had been seen the last night near this gas station called Union near the Helsinki Eläintarha sports field. That is kind of in the central area. It's near Pasila station, which is the second biggest station in Helsinki. So someone had seen him there in the gas station, probably before he was heading to Siuntio. Then the next day, police published this request for eyewitness. This is in Keski-Uusimaa newspaper. If anyone has observed a turquoise-colored Fiat, is it said Fiat in English?
Turquoise colored Fiat?
Yes,
Okay,
good. That one.
yeah. And in the Keski, what was it? Keski
Uusimaa
Uusimaa, so
newspaper.
middle,
Uusimaa,
yeah,
central
Uusimaa, so
Uusimaa.
like Uusimaa is like Helsinki and Vantaa and Espoo,
Siuntio
like Siuntio.
But I
and
think
everything.
no, isn't like I don't know, like Lohja and
Yeah,
Tuusula and
Järvenpää,
Yeah,
whatever
so
also.
basically like
Tuusula.
the southern kind of area
Like
is called
Yeah.
capital
Uusimaa, or like
region.
new
And
what new
yeah,
land?
well, I
Newland.
mean
Yeah.
that's in Swedish,
Well, in
Nyland.
Nyland,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh
true.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
Well, I mean direct
Yeah.
translation basically,
So
but isn't just the capital region or
yeah, but
Kind.
that would be
Well,
like the well,
yeah,
okay, yeah.
Pekoseutu?
yeah. I
Uusimaa,
mean,
yeah.
Uusimaa is the area
Yeah.
of the
Well, because
prefecture.
I would say like pääkaupunki would be like
Mm.
the
Yeah,
Yeah,
capital
it's a
area.
yeah,
bit
true. It's
bigger
bigger.
area.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you talk about Keski-Uusimaa, it usually means
Mhm.
like Järvenpää, Hyvinkää, Tuusula, that middle,
Yeah.
so not west or east part.
Yeah,
Mm.
I'm just trying to like slow it down for the people who don't really know Finnish, and then like if they
Yeah.
hear like this thing, I'm like, okay, what does that mean? So like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So,
I'm linguistically interested, so of course I'm going to explain
Mm.
everything linguistics wise.
well, for the people who didn't catch our talk about this geography of Finland, let's say local newspaper.
Yes,
Mhm.
Yes.
yes.
So they knew that he has a car, Fiat Croma. The color is turquoise,
Turquoise, yeah.
and the registration number is BBV982.
Okay.
I don't know why this information was
BBB
there
982.
with back. So Komulainen's body is found, and now police decides that they need to find where Mr. Elovirta's car is, and they give this description of the car, the Fiat Croma,
Mm-hmm.
and then they find them in Helsinki-Vantaa airport
Okay.
Mm.
in the parking lot.
Which is also about over an
How
hour
did they
away.
know that these two guys were together somewhere?
Yeah, that's a good question actually.
I really don't know. Like I tried to find that information, but
Uh,
maybe they already could get some. Maybe they asked his wife
yeah, I
or
was
Yeah,
someone.
thinking
yeah,
that
Like
yeah.
probably
too. Yeah.
someone knew that these two
If
guys are
I'm not
going
coming
somewhere.
home,
Yeah,
then
I mean,
then
that's
I'm
like
murdered by this guy.
I mean, that's just like a good thing to say. Like, even
Yeah.
when I'm going to like go mushroom hunting or something in the forest, I'm like, okay, I'm headed out to the forest. If I'm not back in an hour, I'm dead, probably, or murdered in the
So don't look
forest.
for
So
me.
don't look for me, or whatever. Like, I just always do this. Or like, I'm going
Mm.
here because I'll be back, or like, I'm gonna run to the east, like on a jog. So if I'm not back within like 2 hours, I'm probably dead, or something,
Yeah, I don't
like,
think everyone does this. It's probably like anxiety.
yeah,
But like I think it makes sense. It's a
yeah.
good idea to do.
But I think Antti always like, what the fuck? Okay. All right.
Yeah, so I assume that's the case. That he might just have casually said that, yeah, I'm going with Mr. Komolainen to get some gold. Bye, darling. Not assuming he would be dead.
Mm.
Okay, but it takes few days, and in a few days, police has arrested 3 people in connection with Komulainen's death.
Oh.
And at the same day, they have issued a wanted notice
Mhm.
for Turkka Elovirta because they don't know where he is. Like
Aha,
at
yeah.
3
Because he could
days has
even be like the
passed.
murderer for all they know. Like, hey, this guy
Exactly.
could have been,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
right.
all they have found Komulainen dead. They don't know where Elovirta is. They found Elovirta's empty car in the airport.
Yeah, so
Okay.
he fucking fled to a different
Yeah.
country in the 90s, which probably didn't have very great, like, okay, security. He could have been to Spain or fucking
Mhm.
Italy and then gone to Africa and just fucked off to nowhere. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And also like police does some interviews with people, and they found pretty soon that Komulainen's death and Elovirta's disappearance is somehow related to Nazi gold trade.
Yeah.
So they hear on this story from the other people they talk with that
Mm.
okay, there is this 500 kilos of Nazi gold that has been found in the seabed of the Norwegian coast. And the seller has claimed the gold is stored in 10-kilogram bars at the home of the General of Infantry Adolf Ehrnrooth. And well, at this point it was not like known, but at like eventually it came public, like this story, and Ehrnrooth is like, what the
Yeah.
like, I have
Don't tie
never
me with
heard.
fucking Nazis. Like,
Yeah, like
yeah.
So
just
now I'm
don't.
just thinking, like, I don't know what the motivation of this guy was, but like, couldn't he come up with something more believable?
Or
Or
like
I
a
don't
little
know.
bit less conspicuous.
Yeah, if he just wanted to kill people, or I don't know, like
Or
steal their
like get
belongings.
rich or something.
Yeah.
Like maybe not do
Why
it.
this story with like Nazi gold from the Norwegian coast? I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
But I mean, he succeeded getting
yeah,
the people to
but it's just
buy
like
his gold.
so complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Fucking weird. Okay.
Or maybe it will, I don't know, maybe it will all make sense
Or maybe
in
he'll
the
get
end.
away with it. Who knows?
Mm.
So anyway, Ehrnrooth is just like, I don't know anything about this. This is baseless. Just go away. Bye. Okay, so he's not related
Why
to this
even
story
like
really.
why even involve this guy?
He's like a
Yeah.
national hero. It's kind of like, oh, Mannerheim. Like, mention him. Like, people fucking just, like, I don't know, splooge all over themselves for fucking Mannerheim. So, like, this Enroth is also kind of the same
And I mean, I
thing.
guess like that German was helping Finland in the war. So there was German soldiers there, and there was the War of Lapland and stuff. So of course, like story-wise, there was lots of possibilities that Finnish soldiers and German soldiers had, interaction,
Mhm.
and maybe some of the German soldiers had this Nazi gold with them, and they did some trade with the Finnish soldiers. I mean, I get that, and I don't know, like maybe there was some minor cases like that, that some Finnish war veterans did have Nazi gold. I don't think 5 kilograms or anything, but like some amount that they had traded with the soldiers when they
Mhm.
were here.
Mm.
So maybe there was something like I can see the logic why he would try to
Yeah,
build
yeah.
this kind of story.
Mm. But like, why even gold? Why not? I don't know. I have like a suitcase full of I
Yeah,
don't
or like I
know.
have
I don't know. Yeah,
memorabilia or something that is like
yeah.
you could easily fake, you know? Like, hey, some embroiderers or some
Or like
fucking
a
seamstresses
painting,
or
or
something, or
yeah.
painting. Oh yeah, paintings would be
Mm.
easy. Yeah.
I would guess that because gold is still like it's in a way easy to become a gold dealer. It has very the value is kind of not static,
Stagnant. Yeah,
but
yeah,
like
yeah.
Mm.
everybody knows the value of gold. Like
Mhm.
Mm,
if it's art and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like that, you need to have this
appraisers and whatnot.
expertise
Yeah.
there.
yeah,
Yeah. And same with gems and any of these like jewelry and that type of stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
So gold is kind of concrete,
Yeah.
and gold trading, it's a business. There's
Yeah.
loads of gold traders in the world
And
and in
then
Finland.
there's also like the commercials, at least in the States, where it's like, sell your gold now.
Yeah.
Trade in your gold for money. And like this type of thing, like where you can get your gold melted down, like you send your gold in an
Yeah.
envelope
Yeah,
to
yeah, we
some.
have it too in
Okay,
Finland.
yeah. I
Yeah.
just don't have
They sometimes
2G. Yeah.
call. I have got that call like, "Hi, do you want to send your gold?" I'm like, I don't
No.
have any gold. Go away.
Silver, bitches. No.
So wait, what happened? Okay, sorry, this is like a side note, but like, what happens to the gold? You send it in an envelope, and then what?
Yeah, so it's like in this tract and what is it? The kirja to kirja, like this English
Yeah.
tracked and kind of like insured envelope or
Yeah.
something like that that
Mm-hmm.
you send your gold in, and then
Mm-hmm.
they receive it, and then
Mm-hmm.
you get like an appraisal. Okay, so this is the amount that we're going to give you for this gold chains that you have, and we're going to melt it down, and then we'll send you the cash back.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So you're selling it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
with an envelope.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so 500 kilos is a bit more.
Yeah, that's just like a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, how
It
were
is a
they
lot
going
of
to
work.
carry that gold to the car?
And
I
also
mean, one
cash
by
is
one.
fucking like, even if it's a 1,000 euro marca like bill,
Yeah.
that's still lots of kilos. That's a lot
Yeah.
of weight and like space to kind of put that stuff.
Yes.
I never understood these like fucking bank robbing movies and whatnot. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's a fucking lot of weight to carry. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Become a hacker and do it in
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
do it like all
things.
digitally, bitches.
Well, but it was not always possible. So.
Yeah, yeah, not in this time really. So okay. Police is of course talking with these people who have somehow been involved, have been maybe talking with the guys. So then they end up talking with one of the gold traders called Juha-Pekka Hakala from Tuusula. He has
His
a
name.
company called Pesumestari.
Which means washing master for those people who
Why is
don't.
everything mestari here?
I don't know. Pesumestari. Okay.
Okay.
Pesu is wash and mestari is master, as people probably don't know.
And this Hakala guy who owns Pesumestari, he was apparently quite a shady character. So
You
he's
never would guess.
He was laundering money.
He was washing the money. Oh shit.
so anyway, like he has this company somewhere called Ruskela. I don't know where it is, but maybe somewhere in Tuusula. I didn't bother to check what.
Now all the people from Ruskala will be offended. Like,
Yeah,
how
like
dare
up in
you?
arms. We're proud from Ruskela. We're not from Tuusula. We're from Ruskela.
We
Okay,
get
now I
all
need
the
to check. Just keep
we
talking.
get
Yeah,
we get
yeah.
all the angry
Okay.
emails.
So the Keski-Uusimaa newspaper, local newspaper that we talked way too much previously, they had news that, for example, the neighbors of the company premises, they had been suspecting that there's all kind of shady activities going on, like drug dealing, that's like being carried out on the company premises. So he had contacted newspaper editor and gave open interview. Like, no, I'm a good guy. I don't do things like that. I hate drugs.
Yeah, everyone should use pesumestari for their needs, for their washing needs, you know?
Wink, wink.
And Ruskela is like right outside of Järvenpää. So like a
Okay.
bit southwest, like literally like on the border of Järvenpää.
So basically Tuusula. Just like I said.
No,
I don't know. Is it
absolutely
independent?
not. Oh, fuck. Okay, let's see.
Sounds like
Tuusula.
it. Still in Uusimaa.
I mean, Tuusula is pretty big municipality.
No,
No.
it's 9-minute drive north from Tuusula. Shout out to all my homies in Ruskela.
Okay.
Maybe we should
So
send this episode like directly to some like local Facebook groups. Like
Or some
Ruskela,
local news.
yeah.
Ruskela.
maybe we should just contact Keski-Uusimaa newspaper.
Yeah, are they still around?
I think they are.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyway, in that interview, Mr. Hakala, was telling about the gold badge, and he said that he had seen only one piece of it. And then he told that they had a deal that he has bought 200 kilos of that gold in the name of his own company from Komulainen guy, who's now dead. And then he had sold those gold to Bentse Oy, whose CEO was Yrjö Vasiljev. And then Bentse Oy, sorry, don't get confused of Oy, it means basically like LT, like D,
Yeah,
LTD.
like limited or something, like company or whatever.
Company.
OY is
That's a
the
lot of the
like OY is always the like the after
ending.
part. Yeah. So Ben's OY would be the thing. Yeah.
So this company Bentse was then to sell the gold to Elovirran yrityskolmio. So the company triangle of Elovirta.
Yeah.
Elovirta is the surname.
Wait. Triangle?
Yeah, because Kolmio.
I know, but like
Yeah,
what?
I'm just thinking of the other word for Kolmio, like in companies, isn't it something else?
Oh,
Like
I don't.
I
Yeah,
don't fucking
probably. Yeah, but anyway,
Yeah. Not a trifecta, but something else. Like okay, yeah, go on. Not
A
important.
3-room apartment.
Yeah, yeah, Kolmio would be.
True, true. Anyway, so Mr. Elovirta has also a company. So this is very complicated. Like Hakala buys from Komulainen and then sells it to some other company and that sells it to Mr. Elovirta's.
I mean, if I was a
company.
cop, I would be thinking, okay, this is like some money laundering thing, and then
Yes.
the yeah, definitely. Yeah, like
Yeah.
1 bar though, that's easy to fake.
No,
right?
he says 200 kilos.
Oh.
He has seen one piece.
Yeah, exactly.
But he has bought 200 kilos.
200.
But how I understood is that like he has made the deal. Like he doesn't really concretely has like he has made a deal that okay, this is how it will go.
Yeah.
Sell 200 and then it goes through these all
Yeah,
companies
yeah.
and but in the end it was supposed to end up to the hands of Mr. Elovirta, who's they're actually going to buy the gold from Yoshio Tani. So I don't really understand what's the whole thing. Why does it have to go through all these companies? So
Well,
it sounds like these guys are
They're
not
trying to evade Verro, the
yes.
tax administration.
Yeah. So
'Cause they see
anyway,
if you have gold, okay, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's more, then you have to pay more taxes on. I don't fucking know.
apparently he's not trying to hide this deal or anything because he's openly telling about it. But anyway, then he eventually he tells that okay, I'm suspecting that also Elovirta has been murdered. And it must be some kind of criminal league behind the murders.
Oh, criminal league of one
Yes.
man.
So what do you think happened to Elovirta?
Okay.
Was he the murderer?
I'm just okay. There's so many names. I'm
Okay,
really shitty. I'm really super shitty with Finnish names because I'm just like.
So I can recap what's happening.
Please do.
Let's
So
recap the names.
very good.
Komulainen.
Yeah, he's dead.
Is dead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was kind of the helper of the
He was
trade.
a translator.
Yeah, translate and help. And Elovirta, who was the actual buyer guy, no one knows where he is. But his car is in the Helsinki
the
airport.
turquoise Fiat.
Yes.
And the Japanese guy's name?
Yoshio.
Yoshio Tani.
Yoshio Tani.
What does Tani mean?
Valet.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay, that's
so he's Mr. Valet. Valet.
Oh, Valley. I heard valet. I was like a car
no,
parker.
that's a weird pronunciation.
Okay,
sorry, like between
Laakso.
mountains.
Yeah,
Laakso.
Laakso.
Muumilaakso. That's Muumintani in
Yeah.
Japanese.
Okay. Oh, that's so cute.
But yeah, I don't know if Yoshio Tani was as cute.
Oh god. Okay. Okay. So yeah, he was the seller. Okay. Yeah. And then
Elovirta.
Yeah.
Tani. And then the
Komulainen.
The other guy.
Yeah, the pesumestari.
Pesumestari guy is Juha-Pekka Hakala. So Mr. Hakala.
Hakala. Yeah. Okay.
And then there was also the Russian buyer as well.
No, I don't think he was Russian. His name was Yrjö Vasiljev.
Vasiljev.
There are like part of Finnish people who are not Russians do have Russian surname because they come from the Karelia area that is now part of Russia.
I think I should take notes.
I was even thinking of this like shit. Yeah. Okay, but yeah. So Karelian dude was all okay. Yeah, I think I've got it all now. I probably won't be able to be like blah, 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 like recount the names, but I'm like, the guy who had the car, or the guy who was murdered, or the
Yeah,
guy who was selling, or the guy who was
Hmm.
yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
So what do you
Continue.
think happened to Elovirta? We still don't know where he is.
Well, I guess like I thought we knew that Tani killed both of them, or maybe he doesn't exist. Is that like he's not even he doesn't exist at all?
I'm not telling that complicated story here.
No,
Yoshitani
is
does
he a
exist,
ghost?
yes.
Because I'm just thinking, okay, like you said that Tony already had the gun, or
Yes,
he had a gun,
Ah,
not
maybe
just
he's
a
dead,
gun was there, but just he
yes,
had the gun. He is an owner of
yes.
this. Okay.
and
Yeah.
we don't know where he is. So it's a possibility that he's also dead.
Mm,
Yes, at this point, like,
yeah.
he has not come up.
Yeah. So I was either thinking that the buyer, like, okay, Tony could have been like, okay, I'm gonna shoot these motherfuckers, like, keep my gold that doesn't exist or whatever, like the one bar that he can show or something, and then take the marca or like the $1 million. And then, but then the guy who was the seller, I don't know, could have gotten lucky or something. Could have gotten like, oh, shit's going down. This is a bit like
Which
a bit
seller?
sketchy. Or like the buyer, I mean. The
Ah,
buyer
okay,
could have
okay.
been like, okay, this shit's a bit sketchy, even though he's Finnish and is very trusting, like,
Hmm.
and whatever. And then he could have gotten away with it and actually murdered Donnie, because I'm just thinking the buyer, where was he originally from? Like, maybe he.
Turku,
Oh yeah, shit, Turku.
Wow,
Okay, yeah,
how
because
could
I'm
you
just like
forget
thinking,
which is
because
very suspicious.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, those fucking Turku line. Okay, yeah, no,
Sorry, I love
because
Turku.
I'm just thinking like,
Angry emails incoming from
yeah,
Turku.
we love Turku. Yeah,
Yeah,
Turlinna. Okay, anyway, but because like leaving the car is a bit, I think, of a red herring.
yeah,
Like if
It's
you're
at the airport.
It's at the airport. So I'm
yeah.
just thinking like he easily could have survived the attempted murder, taken the money still. Like, I mean, like, I don't know, just survived or something and then just gone on the plane
But it
because he
could
didn't
be
want to.
that Tani killed them, took his car, like Elo Virta, right? Elo
Yeah.
Virta's car, went to the airport, killed the other two guys. Because I think that that could be a red herring. But is it just like really just a red herring? And it
Yeah.
doesn't like no one actually, left the country.
Oh shit. Okay. So this is my new thing. So because Turco has the connection between, like, there's the boat, the ferry that goes from Turku to Stockholm quite often. That could also be like leave the car there, then take the fucking ferry to Sweden, and then just jump either to Sweden, then go to Denmark, or go to, I don't know, travel up and go to Norway, go somewhere else, etc. Then it's easy to get away because the ferry, I don't think there's as many restrictions as flying into Europe.
And
And
I would say
Turku,
that also in the 90s, like, it was not like flying wasn't that strict either,
no, and
I
ferries
think.
even less.
Yeah,
Like even today, like you can go to fucking Estonia without a pass. I mean, you need your passport, but you don't need to show
yeah.
it ever. So
I mean, kind of same with
yeah.
planes
So
within Europe.
I think you went to Sweden.
Okay.
Turku.
Well, well, I can tell you that someone did board
Plane.
an airplane. So it was not a
Ferry.
herring.
But not a
I
Okay.
plane
mean,
ticket, a plane.
yeah, someone did board a plane,
Okay.
but it was not Elovirta. His body was found a week later in a gravel pit area in Myllykylä in Hyvinkää. So we are staying in Keski-Uusimaa.
Mhm.
Hyvinkää.
Actually, this gravel pit area in Hyvinkää is pretty famous for hiding bodies because there's lots of these like gravel ridges
Mhm.
where they take gravel for construction sites,
Mm,
and they're often like the road goes there. There's not that much of like
traffic and whatnot.
traffic or barrier. You can just go to the gravel with your car, and usually like there's no one. So if you dump a body there, it's much easier than I would assume that it is in Vuosaari.
Are you speaking from experience, Petra? Gravel pits, they're the shit.
Well, I mean, you can find all kind of things if you start to search for these gravel pits. Apparently,
Yeah.
they play a part with many murder cases in Finland.
What is a gravel pit in Finnish?
Uh, Sorakuoppa.
They found both of them within how many days? The first guy, okay, within a week. Yeah.
A week.
Week. Yeah, so
Yeah.
not too long, I would say.
Yeah. No.
So, I mean, like often if you don't know where someone is, it takes quite a time to
Mhm.
find out. And at this point, like they don't know how he has ended up in the gravel pit.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe someone just accidentally found them or
Mm.
that's not clear. Okay, so then police is like, okie dokie, these two people are dead. I will start, I mean, we will start investigating the movements of the businessmen in the last days. So it leads them to Yoshio Tani. They will
Mhm.
find that, okay, they were going to meet Yoshio Tani and
Yeah, I
buy
was
gold
wondering
from
if his
him.
name came up before this when they were doing, like, I guess, interviews with family members or whatever. Like, did anyone mention that, by the way, there's this Japanese guy that they were meeting with, or did he ever?
I'm not sure, like, had it actually come up at some point, but maybe they were too confused because Elovirta was still missing. Maybe they were like, okay, his car is in the airport, maybe he did it, kind of. But okay, so he's innocent, he's dead.
He's innocent by death. God.
So okay, they go to Nurmijärvi, which is in Uusimaa,
Yes. Yes.
where Yoshio Tani lives.
Mm-hmm.
And uh, what they find in Yoshio Tani's home is half of the 5 million marks that Elovirta was carrying.
Uh-huh.
And they also find a FN brand pistol
Mm-hmm.
that has 5 7.65 caliber cartridges.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, okay, the murder weapon and half of the money.
Yeah.
So this is
Because the
pretty
other
clear
half went
case.
for, like, buying the plane.
Well,
I was thinking what about the pesumestari? I don't know. I'm like, where does he fucking show up? I'm just like conspicuous
What's his
character.
name?
Pesumestari. It's in
Hakala, yeah.
his Hakala, right? Yeah.
yeah.
Good.
Shady motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, he was shady, but not the murderer.
No,
But
but I'm just like, is
yeah,
he involved somehow? Like, cause half of the money, like $500,000,
But a plane is very
is quite a lot to
expensive, I
get rid
would
of,
assume.
or wash,
No,
but not
maybe it's a very nice
500,000.
plane.
yeah. I mean, no. Or if he bought a
Yeah,
plane.
bought literally. Yeah, that would be the perfect murder to be a pilot to own a plane. Okay, no, all right, we're not going into this, but yeah,
So
yeah.
also, it seems that Tani didn't own only one pistol, but 8 guns. He was like a gun, like shooting was his hobby.
But this is also really rare in Finland to be having a shooting hobby too.
I don't think it's actually rare.
Like not rare, but
With,
like to actually have the pistols and stuff like contained at
yeah,
your house, because don't you normally either need to have them stored
yeah.
at like the shooting facilities or at the police or something like that?
I
There's
think
like
you
this
can
kind of
have them in locked rooms. Like
okay.
there's these rules how they have to be locked,
Mm.
but you can have them home if they're properly locked.
But then they're also recorded, like not like the states where you can,
Yeah.
for instance, fabricate your own gun based off of some mail order parts that you get and then fabricate an
Is that
AK
like
or some.
legal? I mean, you can do that in
You
Finland illegally, but
Yeah, but I mean it's legit. Or you can go to a gun show, for instance, in the States and just buy whatever the fuck you want, and then that's legal as hell. Yeah.
you don't have to register them for the
No,
police. Okay, yeah. Well, I don't want to
no.
know any more about this. It
Yeah, yeah,
makes me
yeah.
cry.
But I'm just like in that regard, like I would never use a gun in Finland for a murder because they're registered and they're like
Mm,
it's very rare to not have an unregistered gun or whatever. Like you know the guns that are out there, like but in the States it's kind of like gray area, you know? Like, oh yeah, my great grandfather gave me this gun. I don't have to register to the police, you
I'm sure
know?
some
Like it's
yeah.
people
just
have illegal
yeah.
guns.
Oh, I'm sure too, but like in the States, I think it's a bit more prevalent. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, he has legal. I assume that as he has
Yeah.
like a hobby as a shooter, that they're
Yeah.
all legal guns
That's
that
why I
he
would never use
has.
it. Like,
Yeah.
they're registered to me. Why the fuck would I use something that can be tied directly back to me?
I mean,
Yeah.
he was caught in a week after a murder, so it doesn't
Okay, so
sound.
he is a murderer. Thanks for ruining the show, Petra.
But
Okay.
I mean, no, I said he was caught. Well, caught. I mean, he was arrested.
On suspicion of murder.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, that's what I've written.
Yeah.
Tani was imprisoned on suspicion of 2 murders.
Okay.
Because
And what
it
were you
seems
going to
pretty
I
say?
have a
obvious here,
question,
doesn't
and
it?
we don't have
Yes,
to
yes.
we don't have to leave this part in.
Yeah.
But like, what was up with this plane? Because I
Yeah.
thought someone bought a plane, boarded a plane.
No, boarded.
Ah, I completely
Yeah.
misunderstood. I was like, someone bought a plane. This whole time, I thought someone bought a plane. Okay, okay.
I want to buy the whole plane. I want to
Yeah,
be
yeah. I
first
mean, it
class in
sounded
every seat. Yeah.
weird, but I just went
Yeah.
with it. I thought,
But you just let
sure,
it be.
somehow.
Maybe in the 90s they had some kind
Yeah.
of plane showroom.
Yeah,
Maybe you weren't even alive.
sure.
So
And maybe it
you
was
don't
like,
know how things
one
were
of
back
okay,
then.
whatever. So no plane buying. Okay, okay. Mhm, mhm.
So
Yeah,
plane ticket buying, yes. Okay.
this
Anyway,
makes a lot. This makes a lot more sense. Because I was like, I was so confused.
Yes. Yeah. You were still stuck and you're like,
Yeah,
but where
I
did
was
the
so confused about the plane.
500,000 go?
Okay.
Where did it go? But he was still driving a Fiat. What?
And then okay, yeah, and then where's the okay.
Okay.
Yeah, now it's clear. No plane buying.
so Tani is arrested. The police is like, okay, you murdered them, right? He's like, no. I did not murder them. I hate violence. I love this. Like, the Hakola guy was like, I'm not dealing drugs. I hate drugs. And then this Tani is like, I didn't murder them. I hate violence. I'm like, all right, we believe you. So, according to him, the murder did happen, but it was done by unidentified German Hans, who's Hans, who was a German guy from about 30 or 40 years old and apparently looked like Charles Bronson. I don't know. You can Google if you don't know what Charles Bronson looks like. So I'm not sure how good of a storyteller Yoshio Tani was. Tani tells that, yeah, I was there. Yeah, I was the driver of Hans. Mr. Tani's, Yoshio Tani's job was to pick up Hans from Hotel Hesperia, and he would take Hans to the Siuntio place, the golf center, and then Hans killed the businessman, and then he would threat Yoshio Tani and force him to dispose the bodies and take half of the money, so 2.5 million marks, about 700, a bit more than 700,000 USD.
Okay.
And exchange those to Swiss francs. So
Because the Swiss are
because you just have to
neutral.
exchange money to Swiss money.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
And then go to Frankfurt.
On a plane.
And he had taken him to the airport
Yeah, in the
and never seen after
in
that
the
with the
turquoise
Fiat.
Fiat.
Yeah, so that explains the Fiat. It was Hans, apparently. Who had
Did
bought.
Hans have a last name?
No,
Hans
just
Deutschmann?
Hans, who looks like Charles
And everyone
Bronson.
was like, sure, let's make this deal with Hans. Who
Yeah.
I mean, I can just imagine the faces of the police officers like, is this guy talking about? Okay, so what really happened was that Tani was the person who boarded to an airplane, bought an airplane ticket to Japan, his home country, on April 23rd, so 2 days after the murder. And then he had paid an advance payment of 100,000 markka, which is like 30,000 USD, for 2 rally cars. I don't know, like, is this real story stupider than the
I'm just
fake story.
thinking like rally cars, of course. Did like Finland get inside of him a
Yeah.
lot? Because like rally Englanti, like rally driver from
The funny
Finland.
thing was that when I was Googling, I could find a Japanese rally driver called Yoshio Tani.
Really?
Like, what
Whoa.
is going on here? But apparently not the same guy. Yeah. Anyway, apparently he liked also rally cars, or he was just like,
Who
now I have money,
doesn't?
I want rally cars.
Yeah. Who
Okay,
doesn't like rally cars, right?
but that was still like only very small part of the money,
Uh-huh.
and
30,000 of, yeah.
yeah, and he had paid them with, of course, cash with
That
these
was the first thing
1,000
he did. He bought the
marka
cars.
banknotes. Yeah,
Mm.
like first thing he does is to fly to Japan and buy. Well, he didn't buy, but he paid like advance payment for the
Mm.
cars with back
Mhm.
of marka in
Mhm.
Tokyo.
Not traceable at
Yeah,
all. No,
yeah.
definitely not. No.
And he said like, yeah, this is true, but that was my own money. Like, why am I not allowed to fly to my home country to buy randomly rally
Not
cars?
suspicious at all.
Okay. So, well, eventually, when there was the court, a representative of Central Bank of Finland was heard, and they could provide the information that there had been an attempts to make an exchange of 2.5 million Finnish marks into Japanese yen
Mm.
in several banks in Tokyo.
Mhm.
So
Well,
I don't
yeah.
think that happens too often. It's not like
No.
Tokyo was full of Finns
Yeah.
just changing huge
Yeah.
amounts of Finnish money to yen
Yeah.
back in 1990. And but the banks had declined because it was in 1,000
Yeah.
marka banknote. So that's like 300 USD. So it's pretty like
Big bills. Yeah.
big bill. So they were like, probably they were like, okay, this
Mhm.
is money laundering. No,
Mm.
I
Yeah.
would
Mhm.
like think
Yeah.
that banks
Automatically. Yeah.
are like, nope, that's suspicious. Go home.
Yeah.
I mean, go to your
Apartment in
new
Tokyo.
home,
Or yeah.
or I don't know. So, well, the evidence was so clear that there was like, they were like, okay, he's the murderer. That's it. So he was sentenced to life in prison
Mm.
for 2 murders and a robbery.
Okay.
Okay, so
How many years is that actually? Like, okay, so one question was so he was in Japan during the time, so did Japan and Finland have like an extradition like agreement or something? Was Finland able to extradite him back from Japan to get tried?
okay, yeah, sorry. We can, yeah, I left the Japan part a bit
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
left. So he had gone to Japan, but
Mhm.
after that, maybe because he didn't succeed in exchanging the money to Japanese yen, he then fled to Zurich in
Yeah, I was about to say
Switzerland.
to Switzerland. I
Yeah,
was like,
so the Switzerland story was actually partially true, but
yeah,
it was not Hans,
yeah,
but him.
We
it
would have
was
never
Yoshio.
guessed.
Yoshio.
Yeah.
So he did manage to somehow put money to a Swiss bank account,
Mm-hmm.
half of the money apparently, because
Yeah.
only half of it was
Was
found as
found, yeah.
cash at his home in Nurmijärvi.
Yeah.
But apparently after the putting it to some Swiss bank,
Mm.
because that's something you can just do, I don't know.
I don't know, like at least it has
And
in my mind this kind of money laundering
yeah, it
heaven.
is.
So yeah.
You just go like, hey, I have lots of money. Can I open an account? And they're like, sure,
Problem. Yeah.
exactly. So then he flew back home, went to his home in Nurmijärvi, where the rest of the money was, and his 8 guns and wife. Okay, so he was sentenced to life in prison, and then his wife, Mitsuyo, received a 9-month suspended sentence because she was the one who hid the bodies, which explains why they were hid so badly.
Yeah.
I would say, like, she's just like, okay, and she was trying to like defend herself in court that Japanese wife does what the man tells her to do.
Mm-hmm.
But the court was like, we're pretty sure that even if in Japan you would help your husband hiding murdered bodies, you would get a sentence.
Yeah.
Like, it's not an excuse that you're somehow what's the word? Like ob that you just follow your
Yes.
husband's orders.
Obeying.
Yeah.
Yes. Obeying. Yeah. I was like, what is an OB word? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was also mentioned that an interpreter was
Mhm.
used in court, so
Mhm.
she apparently did not speak Finnish.
I mean, I kind of feel bad for her because, like, okay, being a there's not there is like big tourist groups and stuff like in Finland because Moomin and
Yeah.
like Finland is a nice country for Japanese tourists to visit, but I would just assume that if you're not speaking Finnish or Swedish and your husband is the only outline like communication of the outside world and stuff and you don't speak
Mhm.
like that's kind of
Sure,
alienating, so
like
I do
there's
feel
this,
for her
yeah. Like,
in
what are
that
you gonna
regard.
do without him or something? So you don't feel the
Yeah.
pressure to.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can't think of
Mm,
anything like, okay, then if
yeah.
he goes to jail or whatever, then what am I going to do? I don't speak their local language. And of course, in the 90s, it was a bit shittier, I'm sure, with like
I mean, the
English
other option is
speaking
that
and
they
stuff.
planned this
Like,
whole thing
so
together and then she was a willing participant, but we don't know.
yeah, yeah.
Well, there was quite probable motive, which was that the couple had unpaid
I
bills
was about to
and
say a lot of
loans,
debt.
which
Yeah.
amounted to 2.6 million marks. So pretty much the
Yeah.
amount that they
Yeah.
had left to home. So it
Mm,
sounds like their plan was that okay, with that cash they will pay all their
mm,
like loans and bills in Finland, so they kind of can start from
fresh. Yeah.
fresh,
Yeah.
and the rest of the money that they hit the Swiss banks, they can kind of live nicely maybe after
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But of course, I'm not sure if his wife was kind of part of the plan or if she was just like, well, I mean, if that's what you're going to do, what can I do?
Yeah.
Or was
Yeah.
it like that he just comes home like, oh, haha, I murdered two guys, can you hide the bodies? Or
Yeah.
like, and I think she got 9 months suspended sentence, so it's not
Yeah.
a huge thing, more like
Yeah.
bad,
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have helped.
Yeah.
So they probably didn't think that she had a big role or anything.
Yeah.
Then what happened for Yoshio Tani? He went to a Finnish prison, but in 1999 he's still in prison. So at this
What?
point he has been there for 9 years. I mean, he has
Oh,
a
okay.
sentence
I
of
was
life
like,
in prison.
oh, I did like a weird skip in my brain. Like, I heard the 1999, but then I was like, and then he's still in prison. I was like, that's the longest sentence in Finland. Wow. Holy shit. Wow. That's 33 years. Like, okay, yes.
Yeah. So at this point he's been there 9 years,
Hmm.
and his former cellmate gets out of the prison. So they have made a deal that he will help him to get the money from
It's still there.
Zurich.
Oh, wait. So the police at this
Apparently,
point doesn't even, or
has
but
not
they
found
do
the
they
money.
know
Yeah,
about
because
it
they
that
probably
it's
can't
there?
trace the money.
I mean, yeah,
I mean,
okay.
I would assume since he was
Yeah.
telling the
Oh,
story
yeah,
about
okay.
like Hans being in Zurich and
Yeah,
like,
but probably the Swiss banks have been just like
mm,
bank. Yeah, we don't know anything.
Confidential information. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So then this cellmate travels to Zurich and draws 2.5 million mark or like 787,000 Swiss francs from the bank account. So I guess that's all of the money. But I mean, that's lots of cash. So he he hides
Oh,
them
this was
under
such
his
a
like coat.
master plan.
And when he's crossing the border, apparently he's going by land. So when he's crossing the border between Germany and Denmark, like he's heading back to Finland, the custom officers are like, pretty thick coat you have there. Yeah, like, let me see. And they find the money. Okay. And then he's like, yeah, it's my money.
It's just the way I
What about
carry my
it?
money. It's completely normal.
And But unfortunately, the custom officers couldn't really link it to any crime. Like there was not any alarm going in Europe that we are searching this amount of money at the moment. Because I mean, this crime is already 9 years
Yeah.
old, so
And
it's
it
not
probably
like
wasn't a very public thing. It was probably like very Finnish centric, especially not being in the EU. They're not gonna like communicate like between all these countries and
yeah
stuff too. Yeah,
money.
exactly. It's like almost like the States back in the 70s. You're not gonna talk from like Washington State to Florida. Like these people aren't gonna fucking communicate ever. Like
Yeah.
so,
I mean, I think it's different now, but
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Fortunately, I mean, this guy has just out of prison, so he's probably not the most brightest bulb. And the couple, these foreclosure debts.
Oh shit, yeah, it's
So,
foreclosure. Okay.
Is it called bailiff?
Yeah,
He needs full access to all of the money.
yeah,
You know, that's a state when you have these foreclosure debts. So
yeah.
basically,
You just take everything that goes into your.
Okay. Yeah. But how much debt did they have?
200 and something.
Bailiff would see the bank account and they are like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
This like couple guy just came from prison. They are full of like they're in debt. Where
Conspicuous.
yeah, so they report to police like, okay, something weird is going on, and then they finally could track like, of course, banknotes have the numbers. They knew the money from the banknote number from Elovirta.
Yeah.
So they're like, this old case, it's the Elovirta money. So that's it. So like Yoshio Tani, even after 9 years in prison, he was still kind of hoping to somehow get the money to his hands. He's like, this is worth it. I will someday get the money.
Yeah, that's why I wanted
But
to
he
ask what
didn't.
happened to him.
So how many years was he in prison then?
So also I want to kind of have discussion about why do you think why 1990?
I thought it's just the time
Why
when
did
his
he want the
cellmate got
money?
out and he was like, "Oh, can you, by the way, get this money?"
Yeah, it was just kind of like
Yeah.
a. Yeah, like
Well,
I
we
mean,
don't know
if
if
they
they
were
were,
cellmates
but
for 9 years, I would think
yeah.
that you're pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just assuming that like you're friends
Mm.
for like a couple of
I
years
thought
in
it was just
prison,
the
like
first opportunity to.
yeah, and I was
might
also
be.
thinking that too. Yeah.
Maybe he was very bright cellmate. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure that he promised to give him like part of the money.
Yeah, I'm sure,
But
and that would also pay off his debts, or maybe he didn't even know that this guy had any debts that would be
yeah.
triggered by the system and then like be alerted to the police.
And I
That would
think he
also
was
be.
hoping that he brings them with
Like, why not?
cash.
Like, I'm sorry, but like in your coat, like, why not put it inside the car?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, between the whatever,
Yeah.
like cover and I don't know, like hide it a
Something,
bit
yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Maybe he was not the brightest guy.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah,
sound
but
like
I
it.
mean that you can
Yeah.
still be smart and be in prison, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like street smarts, but maybe
I
he just
actually
wasn't
think
street
that
smart.
I've read that like basically criminals have usually much lower.
Or you know the criminals that are in prison, because maybe there are other criminals, but they're just not in prison.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, at least like by this
Yeah,
story,
I'm like I
also this
still like
Yoshio Tani
can't
didn't
wrap my
sound like
head
the
around this
best
whole like
planner.
yeah.
Just sounds fucking stupid from the get-go. I just can't. Yeah.
But my theory is also that 1990, it's 1 year before we turn to euro.
Okay.
So 2000, Finland starts to use,
Uh-huh.
or was it 2002? Sorry. No, it was 2002. Yeah. Well, anyway, a couple of years before. So but it was already like decided, I think. So I was just wondering that maybe he was like, oh, I need to get the marka fast, so I have time to change them to euros when euro come and something like that. I don't know. Or maybe it was just like my chances here. Was it 2002?
No. 1st of January 1999, Finland joined the European Union in 1995 and was one of the first countries to adopt the euro on the 1st of January 1999.
Yeah, there was period you could use both. I remember because I mean I was already a elementary schooler, so of course I could use money.
Yeah, so it was 1999 and then completing the transition
So maybe he
process in
was like, "Oh
2002.
no, We
Yeah,
have to
like
get it
from
fast and
so
like
like
it's clear. Yeah,
3-year
that would
transition
make sense.
period. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was thinking that actually that
That could be
he kind
the
of
especially 1999.
yeah.
Like oh shit.
But
oh,
I
no.
think it was until like quite after 10 years or so after that you could still take them just
I mean, I've still
to the
found
bank.
I still have some like marca like
Yeah.
coins
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I found and I'm like oh marca like yeah.
But now I think you can't do anything with them anymore.
Yeah.
I think it ended at some point like 2010 or
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
And I think there's even like my what was it my great aunt or something Toini. She like was a nurse in was it World War II or something and she
Yeah.
had some marca as well and like some like like the actual like bills and stuff. My sister sent me a picture. I was like, oh yeah, Finland's bank, Suomen Pankki, yeah.
Yeah. So the question about how long he was in the prison,
Mm.
the president Tarja Halonen,
Mhm.
but like in
The
Finland,
one who looks like Conan O'Brien. Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah, I
sorry.
mean,
I had
there's
to.
even,
I
like
had
official
to.
jokes about that
Yes.
Conan O'Brien
Yes.
literally came to
Okay, and
Finland
there's
and they
Yes.
met, so it's
Yes.
an official joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is not like some low-level
Because
meme
I
or
thought of it
anything.
before, and then afterwards, I was like, "Oh shit, it's been done already." Like someone
Yeah.
else made the connection. Ah, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, in Finland there is this system that the president of Finland can
Pardon.
pardon
Yeah.
pardon me
Pardon. Yes.
these criminals like who have life sentences.
Mhm.
And yeah,
yes.
are you
Oh
looking at
my god.
Tarja Halonen and Conan O'Brien?
Yes.
And what is your opinion? Do they look alike, like their relatives?
So Conan O'Brien, I mean Tarja
Yeah.
Halonen pardoned Yoshio Tani in 2006. So he was in prison eventually 16 years.
Mhm.
That's pretty
That's
long, I
Killed
think,
two
in
pretty
people.
Finland.
Is
long.
it really
And he
that
was
long?
60 years old when he was pardoned.
Wow.
Yeah, but I mean, not long morally wise, but I mean, in Finland,
Yeah, I
people
mean
are
that
not
one
in
case
prison
that
that
I
long.
It was
shared
two
the first
people.
episode, 12 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, for like setting someone on fire.
But we don't know yet. I mean, it's life in prison, did you say?
Yeah. At
we-
least 12 years, and it could
yeah,
even be more, but
yeah. I mean,
let's see.
I think there are rare cases where someone has been like 20 years or so, or like, eventually just been too old and died.
Yeah.
But I think like there tends to be this, like when they're just old enough,
Mm.
it's like,
Yeah.
okay, it's like just go away. So
Yeah.
I guess like when he turns 60, he's been 16 years in prison, they're just like,
Yeah,
you're
like 60 is not.
old and probably not in so good health. I mean, 60 is not really old, but I think if you have spent 16 years in prison and you're 60, you're probably not in the best of your life.
You could still like work out and do stuff.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's a Finnish prison too. Like
I mean, hell,
Well,
you're
yeah.
not. Yeah, true. They probably played PlayStation or PlayStation 1.
Yeah, because that's how you stay healthy.
Yeah.
In the end, he did not get the money.
Yeah.
Thanks for his bright cellmate.
Mm,
No, I mean, also kind of bad
himself.
luck
Yeah.
and everything. And he spent just long 16 years in prison.
Hmm.
And I tried to kind of search, like, so what's up now?
Yeah. Where are they now?
And I could just find random rumors. Some of was saying that, yeah, probably he got, like, he went back to Japan to spend the rest of his life.
Mhm.
But there were a couple of, like, random threads, rumors that no, he's just living somewhere here in South Finland.
Like, you think that, like, okay, I think, for instance, if you commit a crime in Finland, especially murdering somebody,
Yeah.
if you have, let's say, I don't think he was a citizen of Finland, he just had a residence permit or something.
Yeah, I would assume so, because if he didn't speak much Finnish.
Yeah, so I would think that, like, he would have to be kicked out of Finland if he murdered someone, because if you commit a crime, then you're no longer like a legal, like you're not like a law-abiding citizen, so then you could be kicked out of the country. So I would think
That he wouldn't get the resident permits in Finland
no.
after the sentence.
And if he did, then I'm like, that's kind of bullshit, because there's plenty of other
Yeah.
people who have never murdered someone and they get their residence permits
Yeah.
like rejected. So
But I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not super sure like which is his nationality. It's never like
Yeah.
told. Like he
Yeah.
could have Finnish citizenship,
Yeah.
but
But even so,
Japan doesn't. And I think back in the days, also Finland didn't have dual citizenship. So
true.
if he had Finnish citizenship, then he doesn't have Japanese citizenship,
Yes.
and then it would
He's
make sense that he
stateless.
doesn't go
Yeah.
back to Japan.
True. Yeah. Because I think now, like, since I have dual citizenship, like
Yeah.
US and Finnish, then if
Yeah.
I would commit a crime in Finland, I could potentially lose my citizenship
Yeah,
because I
if
would
it
still
was
have
like,
a,
yeah,
yeah, if it's murder or something like really major, then they could,
yeah,
since you still have
Deal with
citizenship
it.
somewhere
Yeah.
else, then you're basically deferred back to that other country.
yeah.
Yeah, deal
But
with
it's
it.
very
Yeah.
rare
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah. Yeah.
residence permit. That's easily
Yeah,
something they
yeah,
take
yeah.
away, but not citizenship.
Yeah.
But basically, if you have only one citizenship, it can't be
Yeah.
taken away.
Yeah,
So
no, because
in
then
his
you're a
case, it couldn't
stateless
have.
person, and then I think
Yeah,
that would be then yeah, you're not allowed to be a stateless
yeah,
person. Then you
yeah.
would have to
You can.
be a refugee status, and then
Yeah.
therefore then you'd be in Finland, and then a refugee within Finland, and then you'd have to be yeah, okay. So
I
it's
just
like
don't
it's
think
a caveat,
that
yeah.
can be done.
No, no. unless unless there's some case, please let us know. I'm not a immigration lawyer or anything. I've just gone through the immigration process, but
Yeah, but so this was the story of Yoshio Tani. And also one thing I want to say about like his whereabouts. One thing why I think it would make more sense for him to go back to Japan is that like if you are an ethnicity of Japanese, it's easier to stand out in Finland. And I don't know, like his picture has been in the newspapers. So will people always kind of notice you as the murderer? But if he goes back to Tokyo, who knows about this random murder in Finland happened 16 years ago? Nobody. So there he could probably live like in peace.
I mean, even here, you can just move to the forest and I don't.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. But I mean, if you don't look like a ethnic Finn and you live in the countryside and you go to the grocery store, people are like, you are the Japanese looking person of this area of 500 kilometers.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, true.
you
'Cause
will
I
stand
mean,
out. That's what I was just
yeah,
saying. Maybe if he lived in Helsinki, that's fine. There's
yeah, yeah,
lots of
yeah.
people with different backgrounds, but
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we're not being racist about any of this, but like in Finland, it's pretty whitewashed, and I mean, even if you go outside of Helsinki, there's very few ethnicities. I mean, there's still some
yeah.
like refugees or asylum seekers and stuff that are in Tampere, for instance, or Turku or
Yeah,
Oulu
big
even, but
cities
like
are,
these bigger
yeah,
cities. But in the countryside, it's like even as like
yeah,
even if
yeah,
I
yeah,
was like not speaking Finnish perfectly or something, or like
yeah. Then you are like the foreigner of this
the
town.
person who doesn't speak Finnish properly. Oh, where are you? And then they're like, oh, where are
Mhm.
you from? They need to get their background, and it's like they know of you, So
Yeah, I just
yeah.
had this interesting talk with this. I think he was from Iraq
Hmm.
and he had lived in some countryside town in Finland for a long time. And then he told that he got divorced from his Finnish wife. And then he was like, I just couldn't stand being there because, everybody knows you're the guy from Iraq. And then you're the guy from Iraq who got divorced. And
Oh
like,
God.
he
Oh
was like,
no.
then I just had to move to Helsinki. Like, it was just unbearable.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
And I can understand because when I lived in Japan
Yeah,
and
it's
like
yeah, same thing for
yeah,
you,
yeah,
but just
when you
opposite.
look
Yeah.
non-Japanese, I remember like in my husband's hometown there was this other Finnish woman living there, and when I would go to the shop, they would greet me with her name,
Oh
Oh,
and I'm
God.
just like, no, I am the other Finnish woman. So yeah,
And of course, you're blonde as well. That's kind of a rare characteristic. If you would have like black hair or
yeah,
something, or
yeah,
like
yeah. Then
dark
it doesn't
brown,
stand
or
out.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I still like. I don't know what this guy was thinking. Like he already kind of stands out, right? And then he's like,
mm,
let's just come up with this story that I have this Nazi gold.
yeah,
mm,
And then like, how would he not be
yeah,
found out? Like, what was he expecting?
yeah,
yeah. I'm just like, there's so many things that would be different if he was this guy who kind of lived on the lam, didn't have a lot of debt, for instance, didn't have a lot of apartments because it sounded like he was kind of well off, or at least he was like well off
with
with
debts.
debt. Yeah, yeah.
That's how it sounded like.
Yeah, so like multiple apartments and whatnot. And then being a foreigner, but it would be different if you were like foreigner, you got your residence permit, you were just kind of like just living, chilling, whatever. Maybe even if you're a citizen, just in the fucking countryside or forest, no one would ever notice you. You could
Yeah.
just kind of be and just
Do we know
disappear. And then
anything about his previous life before this? Like how, like,
Well, he was it says that he's graduate engineer.
well, how did he buy the other apartments? Just like alone?
I mean, probably just
I mean, it's like it's kind of a big
Yeah.
leap. It's what I'm thinking to be like a law-abiding, like normal
Yeah.
citizen, you
Yeah.
know, like,
Mhm.
and then killing two people.
yeah. And I don't think like he had passion for murder,
He had a
but I
passion
mean
for
he
guns.
wanted the money. So that's the whole thing. Like
Mm.
he had come up with this plan that okay, how can I get a huge amount of money into my hands?
And this seemed to be the easiest way. Like,
Apparently.
Craft a fucking elaborate story. Yeah.
this is such a
He should
crazy
have just robbed
story
the
that
bank.
anyone who hears about it, yeah, like you hear it from your friend that, oh, there's this, like, I heard about this, like, Nazi gold, and there's this Japanese guy who's talking, like, it just, you know, it's just something everyone would remember, I guess.
Or he should have waited until the internet was a thing where he could have just been like on the internet, like on eBay, you know, like I have this gold bid or, you know, like been a bit more anonymous.
Yeah.
Ugh, yeah, dumbass.
I mean, this guy is the kind of pre guy of the guys who have this eBay
Hmm.
and then they, sell you things and when you pay the money, they just never send it to you.
But I just, like, I don't know, like, he was like totally, you know, a normal guy, and then one day he's like, what would be the easiest way? Let's just kill two people. Like, I don't know, how do you get there from zero to killing two people, you know?
I would also wonder how he thinks about it too. Like, does he feel bad? Like, because I mean, murder in Japan is also quite like even more like okay. I would feel like Finland and Japan are quite similar, very like
Is murder
respectful.
okay in some
No,
countries?
no, but like in the States, it doesn't shock me. You know, like in Finland,
Yeah.
when I hear a murder case, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, yeah,
Yeah, I guess.
yeah. And then in Japan, I'd be like, oh shit, like even more so. Would be a bit more surprised because of the gun laws and then also like the cultural aspects. It's like a, you know, a we society instead of an I society. And like same kind of with Finland. It's a like bit less than Japan in my mind. And then US is very I society. So they're like looking out for number one. So
But my assumption is that like because it's an often heard story
Mm-hmm.
that people with huge debts they get like really
desperate.
desperate.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, he's in this very desperate state of mind. He's just
Mhm.
like I have to like I can't live with this
Like, why
debt.
not
Like
sell the apartment?
I just can't pay it.
Yeah.
What do I do? But
Mhm.
yeah, anyway, he's like I want to keep
Mhm.
my lifestyle. How can I keep my wonderful lifestyle of having a house in Nurmijärvi and some
Yeah,
golf
yeah.
apartments in Siuntio? How glamorous. Anyway, and then he's like, well, maybe I should like do this weird story and make people to bring me lots of cash. And I happen to do shooting as a hobby,
Mhm.
so I know I can get rid of the people.
But that's another reason why this whole thing would stand out, because I would
Yeah.
assume that in Finland there are not too many murder cases where the victims were shot. I would guess, because they're like, it's like having a gun is not that common.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's not that kind of shooting cases like
No.
in USA, but I mean, there are some
Yeah.
Yeah,
cases.
okay.
I mean, you're still allowed to like go hunting and stuff, like have your hunting rifle, like okay, but
Yeah. But never heard a case that someone would have like done something to people during hunting, at
Mm.
least intentionally.
yeah, yeah. But it's just kind of like this kind of dynamic, like you either have the family annihilators, you know, who were in severe debt, but then he didn't have kids and he didn't have like a wife that he's like, okay, I can just kill them all and then get away with okay the debt. At least he didn't kill his wife.
Yeah, actually, that's pretty common.
But
But I
like
mean, yeah, the case where the usually father they have a gun and then they kill the whole family and
yeah,
themselves.
and then
Those
they
are
go on
usually
the
done
lam.
with gun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, exactly. It kind of reminds me of like the John List, you know, like the guy who murdered his whole family, and then he was in severe debt, and then it turns out that there was like the Tiffany, was it
Ah,
skylight
yeah,
or lamp
yeah.
or something that was easily over the amount,
Oh,
easily
really?
over the amount that he was in debt for, that he could have just sold the fucking lamp instead of murdering his family.
But yeah, I mean, it's kind of a pretty
Yeah.
common, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, family annihilator thing, yeah. So it's kind of like either these two dynamics where they murder the family or they murder someone else. Like it's kind of this
Yeah.
like
I don't know. It would be interesting to kind of have some kind of research in the psychological sense. Like, does this desperation just kind of, you can't think clearly? Like,
yeah.
it just makes you crazy, I would.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's totally
Yeah.
possible. But so he didn't give any interviews ever,
No,
or
I
we
couldn't
don't,
find any.
like, he didn't
And
talk
he
about
never
it.
admitted the murders. He
So
kept to his story about Hans.
yeah, or maybe Hans was the actual like master manipulator.
Yeah,
Oh, the
maybe we.
mastermind. Was there did he ever get like I asked you this too, like did Hans ever have a last name?
No. But I mean, he did have the looks
Hans.
of who
Yeah.
was the guy
Charles
So
who.
was this
Bronson.
actually Charles Bronson? Maybe he was
Maybe it
Hans.
was.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, I'm just Hans."
Maybe it was Charles. Oh my god. My name is
Oh.
Franz. Hans Bronson.
Well, like, why did he? Maybe he was trying to be like, yeah, you just have to go look out for him.
Yeah.
Tell him to the Europol or Interpol. Okay, this is Charles Bronson. Okay. Yeah, I could imagine him
Stash.
being
It's the
Hans.
stash. So did we want to basically say anything about next week's episode? So we're gonna try to cycle through basically everybody's stories. So I think it'll be me next, and then after that Victoria, and then Petra. So if it all goes to plan, basically. So I'll just give a little bit of a hint of which country we'll be going to next week. I will have a case from Deutschland. Part two, yes. Hans is coming back. Back in
Finally, the truth about Hans will be revealed.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
But
Are we gonna post any other hints before
uh,
the episode?
it's an unsolved case. I don't know how much I want to reveal.
But do you wanna like maybe on Instagram
Yeah, like year maybe and that type of stuff. Yeah, yeah,
something like even like a picture?
yeah. Of the
It's not like
victim.
obviously giving
Yeah,
it away.
yeah. I can
Yeah,
I
well,
can do
we'll
that.
see.
You mean
Yeah.
a
We'll see.
picture of Charles Bronson?
Yeah,
Yeah.
jawohl. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
something will be on Instagram. Let's
Yes,
see what.
yes. But yeah, we'll be going to Germany next week if there's some people who didn't understand Deutschland is Germany. Yeah, you can email us and maybe even, oh yeah, this is what I also wanted to do, is if anybody wants to, I don't know, like send us a story or something, or maybe suggest a case, maybe like, I don't know, like we can do many different languages, and we also have friends who are fluent in many different languages, so just, I don't know, send it along. We'll see what we can do for anything. And yeah,
Something that's not covered in English.
yeah, something that's not covered in English, and it can be basically like anything you want that is kind of just interesting. It could be a short thing too. Doesn't need to be a super long episode like what we've been doing lately.
I mean, we can probably make it a very long episode just by
Yeah,
talking.
yeah, and I mean it could also be like a personal case, and I don't know how you guys would feel, but I wouldn't even mind like even inviting some people on to even talk in person or
Mhm.
something on some episodes. That would be cool because then we could also get like the actual
So
accents
yeah.
and
So
whatnot.
otherwise you'll get tired of all the Hungarian stories and all the Finnish and Japanese stories. Okay,
Yeah.
not only those, but we'll
Yeah,
yeah.
and Swedish and Danish and Norwegian and German and okay, yeah. But yeah, so you can email us at translationmurderpodcast@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Instagram at Translation Murder Podcast. And we don't have a Twitter or X account
And I don't
because
think we ever will
we
have
will
a
never
Twitter.
have
We will
one
never have one.
because yeah, send us an email, follow us on Instagram, keep it cool, keep it rocking.
See you next week.
Yeah, see you next week. Thanks for listening.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.